Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to learn a lesson 1.3, The Cough and the Anthem, written by O. Henry. Now see the introduction. O. Henry is an American writer. His real name was William Sidney Porter. Most of his stories had a twisted ending. The story, The Cough and the Anthem, is one of O. Henry's well-known stories. In this story, the main character, Soapy, has a criminal background. He makes different plans to re-enter prison, as he has no shelter to protect himself from the severe winter. The story ends in an unexpected way. Initially, Sophie feels that there is an easy living in prison. The notes of an anthem transforms him, and he resolves to work hard. The irony of it is that the moment he realizes he wants to lead an honest life, he is arrested. Now see the icebreakers. On page number 27. Suppose you have gone to a place where the winter season is very severe. Discuss with your partner the ways in which you would protect yourself in the cold climate. Now see the answers. Ways to protect from cold climate. The first one is wear warm clothes in layers. Second, keep moving around. Third, wear gloves, thick socks, mufflers, etc. Fourth, drink lots of fluids. Fifth, taking shelter in warm place. And last one is sitting near the fireplace. Now see the another question. When you see a cop approaching, you feel either relieved or scared. Discuss with your partner and write down the situations when you feel relieved or scared. Now see the answers. Relieved side. First one, you are walking alone in the dark street. Second one, there is a fight taking place near you. And third one, a group of rough-looking people are coming towards you on a lonely road. Now see the scared side. Number one, you are riding a bike without a valid driving license. Second one, you have broken a traffic signal. Third one, you have been involved in a fight. Now third one, discuss some of the motivating things that can change a person's life or a person's life. The motivating things. Number one, listening to an inspiring speech. Second one, reading motivating books and biographies of great people. Number 3, reading epics and religious books. And last one, that is fourth, observing successful happy people or watching biopics of their lives. Now I am going to read an extract from page number 28. Now I am reading the extract of the story. The Cough and the Anthem. Soapy left his bench and strolled out of the square and across this level sea of asphalt where a Broadway and Fifth Avenue flow together. Up Broadway he turned and stopped at a luxurious cafe. Soapy had a confidence in himself from the lowest button of his vest upward. He was 7 and his coat was trim and his neat black bow had been presented to him by a lady missionary on Thanksgiving Day. If only he could reach a table in the restaurant, unsuspected success would be his. The portion of him that would show above the table would raise no doubt in the waiter's mind. A roasted mala duck, thought Soapy, would be about the thing with a bottle of wine and then some cheese, a cup of coffee and a cigar. $1 for the cigar would be enough. The total would not be so high as to call forth any sting of revenge from the Cape management. And yet, the meat would leave him filled and happy for the journey to his winter island. But as the Soapy set foot inside the restaurant bar, the head waiter's eye fell upon his tattered trousers and descendant shoes. Strong and ready hands turned him about and conveyed him in silence and haste to the sidewalk and averted the ignoble fate of the menaced mallard. Soapy turned off Broadway. It seemed that his route to the coveted island was not to be an easy one. Some other ways of entering the limbo must be devised. Now, see the meaning of the entire passage or entire extract in a simple language. In this extract, Soapy is the main character of our story. Left the place and he walked leisurely way, that is means strolled, and he reached at the luxurious cafe or a restaurant. This is a restaurant means this is a restaurant means he stopped at a luxurious cafe. He had a confidence in himself because he had 7, his coat was trim, and he had a neat bow, that is a black bow. The portion of him that showed above the table looked respectable and would raise no doubt in the waiter's mind on that Thanksgiving Day. That Thanksgiving Day means the 4th Thursday of November, marked by religious observations and traditional meals. Soapy wants to enter the cave for some reasons. First reason is he wants to eat a roasted mala duck, some cheese, and he also wants to drink a bottle of wine, a cup of coffee, and a cigar. That is, a cigar would be enough for him. And secondly, the meat would leave him filled and happy for the journey to his winter island, that is prison or jail. But as the Soapy set foot inside the restaurant door, the head waiter's eye fell upon his tattered trousers. Eye fell upon means he noticed his tattered trousers and old worn out, that is descendant shoes, and he knew that Soapy would not have money to pay for a meal. So the head waiter of the luxurious cafe did not allow Sophie to enter in the restaurant. Sophie was afraid that he won't be able to enter the prison, and it also seemed that his route to the coveted island, that is a prison, was not to be an easy one. So some other way of entering the limbo, that is a prison, must be devised. Here in this extract, the writer O. Henry has used different words to indicate prison. The first one is the winter island. Second one is coveted island. And third one is limbo. Students, let us stop here. Tomorrow we will see the further extract of the story. Thank you.